All right, classifying rocks. The Lonely Giant. In the midst of Wyoming stands a lonely giant, Mount Moron. Its peak stands more than 3,800 meters above sea level. If you climb Mount Moron, you'll crawl across slabs of rock. These slabs formed deep beneath the Earth's surface. Here, great temperatures and pressures change one type of rock into the rock of the slabs. As you continue to climb, a thick vertical strip of darker stone suddenly appears. This rock is volcanic rock. Finally, when you reach the top, you find a 15-meter cap of sandstone. This rock formed when many tiny particles were squeezed tightly together over millions of years. So Mount Moron contains rocks that formed in 3 different ways. In your own words, describe one way in which rock formed on Mount Moron. If you were climbing Mount Moron, how might you be able to tell one rock from another? How do geologists classify rocks? If you were a geologist, how would you examine a rock for the first time? You might look at the outside surfaces, but you would also probably use a hammer to break open a small sample of the rock and look at the inside. To study a rock sample, geologists observe the rock's mineral composition, color, and texture. Mineral composition and color. Rocks are made of mixtures of minerals and other materials. Some rocks contain only a single mineral. Other rocks contain several minerals. The granite in Figure 1, for example, is made up of quartz, feldspar, mica, and hornblende. About 20 minerals make up most of the rocks of Earth's crust. These minerals are known as rock-forming minerals. The minerals that make up granite are rock-forming minerals. A rock's color provides clues to the rock's mineral composition. For example, granite is generally a light-colored rock that has high silica content. That is, it is rich in the elements silicon and oxygen. Basalt is a dark-colored rock that has a lower silica content than granite has. But unlike granite, basalt has mineral crystals that are too small to be seen with the naked eye. As with minerals, color alone does not provide enough information to identify a rock. All right, granite. How would you describe the overall color of this rock? What minerals caused the color or colors you chose? Texture. Most rocks are made up of particles of minerals or other rocks, which geologists call grains. Grains give the rock its texture. Texture is the look and feel of a rock's surface. To describe the texture of a rock, geologists use terms that are based on the size, shape, and pattern of the grains. All right, so grain size. Rocks with grains that are large and easy to see are said to be coarse-grained. Fine-grained rocks have grains that are so small they can be seen only with a microscope. Grain shape. In some rocks, grain shape results from the shape of the mineral crystals that form the rock. Other rocks have a grain shape that results from rounded or jagged bits of several rocks. Grain pattern. In banded rocks, grains can lie in a pattern of flat layers or can form swirls or colored bands. Non-banded rocks have grains that do not lie in any visible pattern. This photograph shows part of a coarse-grained rock. Read the text on this page and then answer the questions. Is this rock banded or non-banded? Based on this rock's appearance, what type of rock might it be? Gneiss forms when very high pressure and temperature are applied to existing rock. How might these conditions explain the wavy pattern in this rock? Origin. Geologists use color, texture, and mineral composition to classify a rock according to its origin, that is, the way the rock formed. Geologists classify rocks into 3 major groups: igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic. Each of these groups of rocks form in a different way, as shown in Figure 2. Igneous rock forms from the cooling of magma or lava. The magma hardens underground to form rock. The lava erupts, cools, and hardens to form rock on Earth's surface. Most sedimentary rocks forms when small particles of rock or the remains of plants and animals are pressed and cemented together. Sedimentary rock forms in layers that are buried below the surface.
Come to the main office conference room. Mr. Long, please come to the main office conference room.
Metamorphic rock forms when a rock is changed by heat or pressure, the force pushing on a surface, or by chemical reactions. Most metamorphic rock forms deep underground. Read the text on this page. Underline how each of the three major groups of rocks form. Rocks are classified by the way they form. Using the sentences you underline, label each diagram with the rock origin it represents. Geologists classify rocks according to their blank. How do igneous rocks form? Pumice is a type of rock that forms from molten material that erupts violently from a volcano. To what group of rock does pumice belong?